back in Week 9. The Jets lost their first game against the Dolphins. Can Miami do it again? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And right away, he lost the football. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. This to the outside from Mack. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had to share up detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
2nd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
14. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Squeeze, double, double. Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it? It does.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders from the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Bowden. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This defense porous so far in this 1st quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Season, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away from the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Dolphins have got it.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the 16, Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Looking to pass. Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins hang on to their lead. First quarter of this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They've got to be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense. As they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's the backup Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Wilson's throw taken in by Landry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here's Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 20. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
On play action, here's Tua. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Miami. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tua to throw again. Flush to his right. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Come to
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
He's great. He's checking.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Cousins now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Flushed out right. He's got long. His tight end complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And he finds Corey Davis. Not much there, only a yard. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And this is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away at his timing.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Again, it's Cousins.
That throw complete to his tight end long.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line?
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Miami set to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You're not ready. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Got a man complete to Miller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Cousins. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got him on cruise control. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion. This time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back. Another pass play to finalize things off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go right back to Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Going deep here for Landry. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get this.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bowden now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
On play action, Cousins. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And the numbers for him pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage. That's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play fake. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's able to find Miller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Dolphins. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented it. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Right here.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's long. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end. Made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Full run show Fatukasi. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So now here come the Dolphins.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Throwing here, Cousins.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. It's Miller, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Cousins on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something good.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.